Hello, hello. What's going on? Hey, Early Bird Farms. How are you tonight? It's a little bit late, but figured we would just throw up a quick live, just chat, have a good time. You guys want to come up and chat? I threw the link up there. There he is.
What's up?
Going on.
What's up?
You have a monster? What's going on with your camera there, man?
Oh, it don't sit right, so I got it sitting on top of a speaker, and I guess we were being too loud, so it kept falling.
I appreciate you stopping in, Early Bird, Ronnie. Have a good night. Oh, don't work too hard tomorrow.
Yeah. Have a good night, Ronnie.
Oh, sorry. I can show. I'll show you mine.
Oh, dude, that's nice. That's not a little play. That's a big one.
It's a good size.
Jeff. That's one. No, he's been having it. That's the other one. And I got one on my leg. I'm not about to try to throw that up there.
Have a good night, Ronnie.
Jeffro.
What's up? Did you water them plants yet?
Nope. I was at work all day.
You been home?
No.
No?
No, she can't meet me at the tattoo place after.
Well, you're not supposed to stick up for her. Now, how am I supposed to give her a hard time if you don't stick up for her?
I don't know. I think she's the one that broke my camera. That's why it don't sit. It sat perfectly fine for ever. Wait, I'm going to fix that.
Lion Crest, Peace Little Homestead. What's happening?
Hey there, y'all. No.
We were just showing tattoos.
Yeah. I hate my monitor. I can't wear my glasses.
There's a little bit of glare in there.
Just on the monitor. It's a 32-inch TV, but I can't see, so I need it. So y'all got snow tomorrow, Jeff? Or tonight?
Tonight. Yeah. What's it say right now? Right now it's 36 degrees and snow flurries.
You need to move.
Yeah.
Dude, I literally have 1,000 flowers on my tomatoes in a raised bed right now.
Not 1,000, man.
Oh, yeah. Sheena said not 1,000, probably 2,000.
Right.
It's full. Full. It's amazing. They're starting to set fruit. They're looking a lot better. I still have.
You got a bulldog on your right arm? Nice. I got a panther on my right arm.
Yeah. I still haven't set up the Venturi stuff yet. And then tomorrow I got to build my daughter's backdrop for her engagement party.
There you go.
Then I'll be back at it.
Snow is no good. Yeah, exactly.
Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. I wish I could. I keep telling Daddy I'm going to turn on my big fans and blow it down there. He don't want it.
No, but you did it earlier, and that's what sent us the Arctic front. You're so mean.
Well, that's why I'm not doing it again, because you weren't happy.
Yeah, Danny got to be happy. If Danny ain't happy, ain't no one happy.
You got a lot more flower or plants to lose than I do, because I don't have any out yet.
Oh, dude, if we get a freeze by right now, yeah, that would be devastating. I mean, the greenhouses are doing amazing. I got one plant that has 6 tomatoes that are, almost softball size on it. I've never had them that big, so pumped up, and like I said, the raised beds in the back, the cucumbers are finally starting to take off. The cucumbers are finally starting to take off, and the tomatoes, the plants aren't big, and I guess I shouldn't compare them to the ones in the greenhouse because it's not fair. But they're putting on some nice sized tomatoes also.
Nice. Yeah, 35 is too cold, Pete. I'm telling you. For this time of the year, it's just too cold. This is like the worst time of the year up here because the warm weather's coming, but it just keeps creeping out. Just like maybe next week. Dude,
I living in Ohio, when I was there for the 3 years, it was horrible because it's, your body's used to in February, March, it's warming up, and you still got 2 months left over there of the cold weather, and then it'll get 80 degrees for one day, over there, and it's like, we're back in the 30s for 5 after.
Yeah, next week, what is it? The 3rd is supposed to be our last frost date, but that originally I was going to plant that weekend after, which was like the 7th or 8th, but I think I'm going to push it out another week just in case because this weather is just crazy.
I was reading about the last frost date, like in Farmer's Almanac. It's only like a 33% chance that it's going to be your last frost date. It's not a high percentage.
Right. Yeah, hopefully they make it, Pete. That's I'll tell you, I hate losing plants.
Well, I don't mind losing plants, but I don't like losing them to cold. I like them to burn up from the heat. That way you made your time with them and you got some pickings off of them.
Yep.
But
yeah, we're gonna have to me and Lion Crest are gonna have to get together, and we're gonna do a live. We're gonna try to do one on his channel, do one on my channel.
Awesome.
Tonight?
No,
not tonight.
She comes in the middle of a conversation and gotta say something.
Jeffrey, you watered your plants?
She said, Jeffrey, you watered your plants?
I did water my plants.
She did. She ain't watered.
I know.
Wow.
Well, I bet.
I gotta watch what I say. She got a pan in her hand.
See, I gave you those flowers just for her so she could grow them because they don't need a lot. Did she plant them?
No, not yet. We're gonna plant them this weekend. Hopefully. I did go drop off the kids, like I was telling you, the kids at school, what they're learning about plants and the difference. It's pre-K, so it's not really in depth. Probably more than I know. But hey there, sifting some soil. Sorry.
Yeah, sifting some soil. How are you?
So every time the teacher would start talking about something, Colt would start, this, and this. And she's like, well, how you know all that? Because we got a greenhouse and some raised beds. And she started talking about something else. And he's like, greenhouse and some raised beds. So she messaged Sheena. And, so they were at school the other day and she brought up the YouTube channel and showed him the video with him holding the big old cabbage that we had picked this fall. And, things like that. He was pumped up. And then she wanted some recommendations on, some pots and something to grow for the kids that over about a week or two would sprout and grow a couple inches. So I went ahead and I went pick up a sack of soil and I brought them some 4-inch cups and everything.
Nice.
Some green beans, some bush beans. That way even they could take them home and plant them at home if they wanted.
They're going to be so pumped up.
Yeah, they could be excited.
Yeah. I planted my yard longs.
Oh, you did?
Today.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my seeds. I mean, somebody said they were going to send me some seeds.
I'm gonna get yours out. I'm gonna try to get yours out. I'm gonna have to go to the post office to send yours because I got to put it in that. I got to put it in a bubble wrap. So
I'm just messing, dude. I ain't in no hurry.
You gonna be able to start them?
Yeah, they work good. They're a warm weather seed. They like the heat. From what I understand, they like the heat. I did win some elephant garlic on Indiana Backyard Gardeners tonight. I want to clove. I think it's a head clove, whatever you call it, of elephant garlic.
Oh yeah,
So
nice.
I'm excited about that. I'm gonna keep them separate from what we got at Pops. You know, I want to keep those two varieties going over there. You ever tried that jelly yet that I sent you?
No, I got to try that.
It's good. You might not want to try it because you're gonna be like, can't get no more.
Well, once you plant all your new plants, I will.
Yeah, but it's gonna be about a year and a half, 2-year process getting the plants to produce again to where they were.
Yeah.
It's a very sad situation, dude. We had 88 or 89 plants.
Out at the thing, right?
Yeah. At the property, we had 89 plants, and nobody messed with them last year, and they all died.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. And don't touch your eyes.
Johnson sausage.
Hi, Indiana Backyard Gardener. How you doing?
Indiana Backyard Gardener, I did send you an email. If you didn't get it, let me know, and I'll try to resend. Yes, so it's going to be a process of redoing it, you know, but the people I bought them from on eBay still sell them, but I have to wait for the right time of year to get them.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'm probably going to end up putting about 100 out there. 100.
You don't have them out at your place anymore? So
there's a few left. I think there's maybe 15 to 20 plants left. The grass just took over and killed them. And then when Pop was pulling the grass out, and I'm sure he pulled out a few of the plants with it. So we're gonna.
I hear you, Indiana Backyard Gardener. It's 36 here, and we getting a little bit of snow. And tomorrow it's supposed to be 56.
You could share the link again, Jeff, in case some new people came in and they'd want to come up and visit.
Want to come up and visit, yeah.
I know we're not the excitement Lions Crest was. We trying.
Right. We aspire to be that.
That's right.
Yeah, snow. We're getting snow flurries.
Hey there, Garden of Twitty and living life on life's terms.
Hey, living life and Garden of Twitty. How are you? I almost missed them.
I'm trying to do better tonight. Jeff's a little sudsy. So he did put the link in there if anyone will come up and visit with us. So y'all welcome
Sticky
to come
Puddle.
up.
How you doing, Sticky Puddle?
Sticky Puddle. What's up, Garden of Twitty?
Getting started on homesteading. How are you? Just threw up a quick live after Lions Crest just to hang out and chat.
Anybody wants to come up? Got any questions? Anything? Hydro?
Yep.
I like the way
we're always willing to answer questions.
Yep.
Come up and chat. Throw the link in there again for people who just came in.
I'm going to brag 8 or 10 times that it's in the 80s here and snowing at Jeff's place.
Yeah. You keep going, I'm going to turn the fans on.
Turn it on. It's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt. The Gulf storms are starting to push in pretty much lately, so it'll push it right back to you with the rain.
Gentlemen. Uh-oh.
You very nice.
The wrong idea.
It's very nice, Stinky Puddle Ranch. Very nice of you. Gentlemen. Let's see. So I hung 280 tomahawks today between the greenhouse and the raised beds. And I have spots. I had the plants planted, a foot apart, the tomato plants, and planted on single stem and all of them. There's probably 30 or 40 plants that didn't.
Hey, growing with Donnie. Of course we are.
We're trying. Yes, ma'am, we are. We're trying. I have a couple of the plants that died out in between the rows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double stem them.
Okay.
80. Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
it'd be nice.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try that and see how that works. I think next year I'm gonna plant less plants further apart, but go ahead and put the double stem them. Still
Right.
have the same amount of stems, but less plants.
Yeah, I looked at those tomahawks, and I can't use those with what I got currently because I have it's like a 2x2 piece of
Right.
wood that I have going across the top of the bed. So
But
that's
you
why I
could
ordered that poly string.
put you a little piece of cable directly underneath your the 2x2 where you can hook your tomahawks on them. It's like $8 for 100 feet at Harbor Freight for the cable.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
gonna try the poly string. It's supposed to be pretty good, and I believe it should fit in my clips. So
okay. It's just an idea. It's just an idea. I didn't really do the last update I did. I wanted to do more with it of talking about the cable across the top, but I kind of got sidetracked when I was talking about the tensioner and looking at the plants and stuff.
right. Yeah, I didn't want to do too much because if we do sell the house this year and move,
Right.
I don't know what I'm going to end up with wherever we're going to go. So
The Indiana backyard gardener, when you double stem your tomatoes, what do you run them up strings or do you leave them in a you cage them? I'm running mine on strings in the raised beds, just like I'm doing in the in the greenhouse.
yeah, I normally double stem mine if the stem starts right at the bottom.
Yeah,
I'll let that go.
I like to try the second one, even in the greenhouse. I've been looking if I'm able to get the second one. I pruned a lot of the it's the number one greenhouse, but it's the second one that started growing. I pruned a lot of them, and I tried to get the second one up off of the pier light, just for it not to be sitting that close into it. The Florida weave. I tried that one year. Go ahead.
Did you?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say growing. Go, go ahead.
Go.
And then growing with Donnie, double stemming is just leaving two stems, so leaving like one sucker growing off with the main stem. So it's basically like having two tomato plants growing side by side.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
That's what you use for an indeterminate variety.
Yeah.
Determinate variety, you don't want to prune off all your suckers. You're not going to make much.
Right.
Mr. Robert, let's see what he said something about the beast. Danny's beast growing system is going to be something to watch. I don't know if it's going to be something to watch this year. I am excited about it. But next year should really be should be a stepping off point. The fall is going to be great. And then the following next year should be off the charts with it. I should have the fertilizer system set up with it and stuff I'm learning right now from the greenhouse. I hope I'm learning. I made a few mistakes in it so far this year, but it's actually turned out to, I'm seeing some really good growth off of it with the mistakes. So I don't want to say it because I don't want to give out false information yet. So once I know how it's working, but if it is, I'm really excited about what I'll be able to do in the raised beds with it, with the stuff I'm learning from the greenhouse.
If you're talking about me moving to Kentucky, unfortunately that's not going to happen. Well, we can't leave the state, but it's just going to be a new house in this state. Yeah, I've strung mine up last year and this year. It seemed to work okay. You just can't use jute twine because it can't hold the weight. And I had so many of them break, and so
The
many of
jute,
my tomatoes ended up laying on the ground.
your jute twine also is it breaks down really fast in the sun. It's it's biodegradable. So you want to use something that you can actually reuse. They do sell the tomahawk string on Amazon. It's relatively cheap. You get like 6,500 feet of it for $20.
Yeah.
So it really, some people, you can also use baling twine, the plastic baling twine, but the tomato clips don't hold very well to it. You'll break a lot of tomato clips trying to use that.
Yeah, that's why I went with what I got. I'm thinking the tomato clip should fit.
Yeah, and actually the baling twine is not. It's cheaper to buy the tomahawk string than it is to should be private. Hey, video or it didn't happen, Q.
So if you buy the tomahawks, you can buy them with the string.
You can buy them at I just bought another case of them. Johnny Seeds, I think I got them. You can buy them with the string or without the string. If you buy them without the string, I think you can. The smallest amount you can buy is 100 from them. If you buy them with the string, I think it's 310 that comes in the case, and it's $100 for the case of 310, along with I think it was $10-15 shipping. Jules, we're waiting for you to come up, buddy. We make the third.
You want to come up?
We'll be the Insane Clown Posse. That's what I got the tattoo on my leg.
I'll throw out the link again if you want to come up and hang out. We're just chatting.
We're actually talking about gardening though. It's pretty amazing.
We are.
I had one
question.
Yeah. I like what the cold press Nemo. I haven't started using it yet. It came in a couple of weeks, but we were trying to finish off the Nemo we had left over. What Lions Crest was talking about. I had purchased them on Mr. CB's recommendation, but it really supposed to be hands down better than just a regular Nemo that's not stepped on. It. So I'm looking forward to that. And we got the little system that we're trying that we found at Hoss Tools. Basically it's going to be
what's going on, clowns?
Man, it's dark over there.
Well, let me get my spot here. There we go. Is that better? Nope.
No.
Need a brush. Pass the brush through that hair.
Look at Danny talking about hair.
Oh, if I had hair, it'd be combed, boys. See how nice and straight that is? Living life on life's terms. I don't have a tattoo of the band. I have a tattoo of one of the oh shoot. I don't know. It's one of the guys has a tattoo that he uses. It's kind of like a cartoon drawing. I had found it on the internet and I wanted it. I walked around with it in my wallet for 5 years before I finally got it. Had it for a couple of years, walked in at Lowe's and this dude was all over me. Oh my God, dude, that's the Insane Clown Posse. You listen to that too? And I was like, what? Scared the hell out of me.
Yes, wash a lot.
No, the lesson is use gloves.
Well, that's even better.
Then wash your hands.
Hey.
Randera, how are you?
Hey. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I had habanero. This is no kidding. I put habanero in a Ziploc. It's been about 8 years ago now. And I noticed when I put it in, one of the peppers had a little bitty hole in it, you know?
Yeah.
Right? Like some bug had eaten into it or eaten out of it, one or the other. And this is no joke. And I know people are going to say that's a myth and that's bull and blah, blah. This is a true story. I grabbed that bag like 2 days later, and there was a hole in that bag.
Oh, yeah.
Some wanted to get out.
That's not a joke, man. That stuff ate through the bag. Yes, sir.
Damn.
And look at you all cleaned up. You got all tatted up.
Yeah, we get three more a day, and I shaved 13 inches off my face 3 weeks ago.
This is a new modeling career? Dan?
No, I had been wanting to shave it. Sheena didn't want. It gets real tangled at this time of the year. It's hard to keep it, nice, and the ends break because of the wind and brushing it and everything. So I went ahead. She allowed me to shave it. I think she thought I was joking. But whenever she said yes, I was on the run. I was like, run, Forrest, run. I ran straight to the bathroom, and I started with the clippers. And I got my daughter's wedding coming up in December, so I'm trying to see how I like it before then for the wedding. I'm letting her decide. I let it grow out for a few days, and I trim it up a little bit different. And a little bit shorter, Jandera, a little bit. It's a lot more white. Thank you.
Look good for the wedding, man. That's gonna be sharp. My daughter got married last September.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to you, man. It was a good time.
It ain't happened yet. It ain't happened yet. But goddamn, it's expensive.
Man, let me see if I can get. Is that better,
That's
Jeff?
better. Yeah, that's better.
All right, let me turn my chair around. I'll look into the garage. No.
What you drinking tonight, Jules?
Just Miller Lite.
Water.
Just water. I saw Lion Crest was hitting some Jamaican rum and something, rum and coke.
Yeah. Rum and coke.
That was a good live, by the way, Lion Crest. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Oh, be right back.
Hey, Indiana Gardeners, that was fun too. That bingo, that was pretty cool. Weren't you guys there?
I wasn't there. Danny was.
Yeah, I know. I thought you were too.
No, I couldn't make it.
That was pretty clever what she did. That's a cool app she got. I don't know what she was using, but
that bingo?
Yeah, the bingo thing. That was a lot of fun, man. That was a good way to do what she was doing. I enjoyed it. If anybody's talking to me in the chat, let me know, Jeff. If I hit chat the way this app just set up, if I hit chat, there's Indiana Backyard Gardener. If I hit chat, I can't see the video for some reason.
Oh, you on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on the phone. If you start hearing clipping, that's me, right, Danny?
It was the other day.
Have a good night, Pete's Little Homestead.
Take it easy, Pete. Mr. Bub said from getting started on homesteading says he plants his tomatoes in the ground, so the cattle panels work great for that. Makes sense. I think I talked to you about that, Jeff. I just with the cattle panels, I have an issue because of the oh shoot, I can't even think right now. I'm so tired. The galvanized, the galvanized that's on the cattle panels. I'm not a fan of having that with all what we've, my job. We have to learn about all this and that and what's safe and not safe, and I'm not a big fan of using the cattle panels with the galvanized on it. When it rains, it could leach into the soil. When the plants rub on it, it can get into the plants.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
galvanized is some pretty bad stuff. Now, it could be a little bit different on the cattle panels than, it might not leach itself off, but I don't know. I just don't. Have a good evening, John.
Have a good evening. I didn't even know you were here. Thanks for stopping, and have a good night.
You probably saw me and he left. And I've been being on my best behavior, too.
I thought you did good tonight.
So this is StreamYard. It's actually pretty easy. You just link it to your YouTube channel, and then it automatically logs you in, and you basically just add yourself to the live, and then click a button that says "Go Live." It actually is very simple.
You can actually run a test run without going live to go live. And you can figure it all out. It's not very difficult. And if you got somebody on the phone with you 90% of the time, if they've used it once, they'll be able to talk you through it and be able to get it.
Yeah, if you want to email me or something, if you ever want to try it out, if we have this time to meet up quick, we can always do that.
Jandera did one the other day, a tutorial. It's a really good one.
I thought I saw it post. I haven't seen it yet, but I thought I saw the notice come in for that.
Hello, Jandera.
Yep.
I did not know you were here.
Man, she told you hi. I'm sorry we didn't repeat that, I guess.
Yeah, I got to bounce back and forth between the screen and the chat. But yeah, StreamYard is very, very good and easy, I think.
It is. I've been on 2 other lives, and it's that wasn't using StreamYards. I've watched it, and it seems a lot more clunky. StreamYard is just like you go with it.
Yeah, I'll throw the link up there again in case anybody else wants to come up and join.
You know, His Way Homestead and Her Healthy. No, it's His Way Homestead and Her Healthy.
Homestead Chick.
Her
You have a
health
homestead chick?
Yeah. I don't want to mention people's real names, but that's the first StreamYard I ever saw. And they had just downloaded it and was testing it out. And I just happened to see it. Boy, it was a long time ago now. And I thought, that's pretty nifty. And you know what the deal is. If you don't have the subs and everything, you can't go live on the YT.
Yeah.
StreamYard, on your phone, you can't go live on your phone on the YT. And StreamYard's like, yeah, go for it. And not only can you put it here, you can actually do this, if I understand it correctly. I never do it because I don't use FB anymore.
Yeah.
Much, like hardly at all. But I think you can stream to multiple platforms at the same time.
I don't think you can do it with the free app. I think you have to have the purchase.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure because at one time you only had, now you have 20 hours a month you can run on the free app, and then, they shut you down. But
yeah,
you're right. Gail's Garden, Herbs and More.
Yeah, I did up level it for the other channel so I could get more than 20 hours in a month.
Right. Yeah, when you're running more than one channel and you're doing live streams, you almost have to have it, the upgraded.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
even
right.
more things you can stream to.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I don't even think you can't bring people up on a panel like this, right? If you go live through YouTube.
No. I think it's only one.
Only your camera. Yep.
No, you don't need two people to go live. Sometimes it helps if you have a lot of people in there and the chat's going real quick. But yeah, you don't have to have two people. You can go live with just one.
Right.
I did it today. I walked around, wasted a lot of time.
Wasted a lot of time.
You can be naughty and use different emails. Dara said you can use different emails.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But if you use different emails, how do you link it to your YouTube or your YT?
So the way I have mine set up is I go in through my primary email, which is actually the other channel, and then I link both channels. And so when I go in, I select which YouTube channel I want to send it to. Yep.
So yeah, you have to be invited to come into somebody's live. Like I just shared out that link. So you would click on that link. It would go to StreamYard, and then you would show up, and I would put you in the stream.
Yeah. Jandara, you would be surprised when it comes to computers what's not easy for me. She said, I was saying how hard is it? She said it was easy, Cage, and I'm like, you'd be surprised.
Hey guys, let me give me a second. I got to do something. I'll do Cam and Mike. If I cut off, I'll just come back.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Okay, so what anyone in the chat? Oh,
Jandara's coming up.
Yeah.
I thought I should come in.
Come on, we'll share some cool accents and a lot of knowledge you're going to give us.
Right.
Okay, so I've actually done some tutorials on StreamYard.
I've seen one.
See it.
The step-by-step one. But I didn't notice it. I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it if you had talked about it. Most of the time I'm listening to the videos while it's going on. That's why if I listen to the video, I'll hit the thumbs up, but I don't leave a comment because it's hard to listen and do something a lot at the same time for me. So
absolutely.
I leave it running probably 6-8 hours a day when I'm here. When I'm home and working in the greenhouse. So if I missed it, I'm sorry. But did you talk about that in your tutorial about how to use multiple emails on it?
I didn't technically do that, but I used a different email to log into my Gendera account.
Okay.
That's cool.
So, and because I've had a couple of people ask me a few different times, and I had to actually have it so it was starting from fresh. So I had to get a new email address. So I wasn't technically trying to be naughty and get past the 20 hours, but discovered you can.
Ooh, well, that's terrible. Have a good night getting started on homesteading. Hope you get that fixed.
It's a horrible situation. Miss Gail made it to like 22 hours before they shut her down at Gail Southern Living. I think it was last month or the month before. She went to 22 hours, I think it was, if I remember correctly.
22 hours
on StreamYard, but I think she was finished. She was on a live when she reached the 20 hours, and when she shut the live down, they wouldn't let her log back in to do another live after.
Yeah, they have a little buffer if you go over. Yeah.
I don't come anywhere near that, so I'm good.
No, I don't. Well, I say I don't. I mean, I have almost 12 hours already this month in 2 days.
That's what happens when you have a 7-hour live.
Go ahead, Ms. J.
The time racks up real quick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 2 weeks out of the month, I don't do lives. I don't hardly do any YouTube videos because of work. So, but yeah, we did almost a 3-hour live one day, and then a 7-hour live, 6 hours and 58 minutes 2 days later. And then we got on Jeff's the Sunday. We did the Thursday, we did almost a 3-hour live. The Saturday, we did a 7-hour live. And then the Sunday morning, we did almost 5 hours, huh?
4, I think. Was it? No, almost.
It was almost 5.
Almost 5.
But that was on Jeff's channel.
Yeah, it was like 10:30 to.
In the morning.
Yeah, it was a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was last minute.
Later in the afternoon. How you been doing, Gendera?
Good.
How's life in the big city?
I'm not in the big city.
That's a joke.
It's a joke.
I'm on 10 acres out on a rural property.
Nice.
Hi, Crystal Pets and Plants. How are you tonight?
It's a joke.
Grow Farms. How you doing?
Phil, what's up, brother? You're supposed to be visiting with your friends, Phil, not us.
So, Jeff, how many tattoos do you have, man?
I only have one.
One?
Yeah, on my arm.
What are you up to, Danny?
How many?
Yeah.
6.
Woo.
6. I got the one right here. That was my first one. This was my third one. The other one's, well, I might be able to show it. Then you can't read it, but it's something about a daughter holds her daddy's hand for a short time, but his heart for a lifetime. And then it has my daughter's names.
Yeah.
And I got my son, the fist bump with my son's name, my wife's name. Let's see if I can pick my old fat ass leg up. Second. That was my second one. Insane Clown Posse. How many you got?
0.
What?
I was in the Navy in the 80s. I saw a lot of sad people on Saturday mornings.
They made the bad decisions of going to get tattoos when they were drunk.
Yes.
Yeah, I've never had a tattoo. Well, the one with my wife's name, that's the only one I didn't have for over a year wanting to get it. When I went tonight, when I went this morning to get these two, I decided to get that one also. And the guy's like, man, what happens if, y'all split up or something? I said, well, if we split up, I said, right underneath it, we're going to put the date she left me. I said, because that's the date she's gone in the box. She's stuck with me. She ain't going nowhere.
Amen,
Hey, Miss Crystal.
Amen.
No, we get along well. It's scary, but it's awesome how well we get along.
That's cool, man. Don't get me wrong, Danny. I'm not anti-tattoo. I just
yeah.
That's
Jules, everybody got their own, their own thing about different things. If somebody don't like the tattoos, I'm fine with it. I put them all where I can hide them. If like for the wedding and all that. I don't disparage anyone that doesn't like them. I enjoy them from time to time.
Well, I'm telling you, I don't dislike them. It's just that Navy experience, man. I've seen a lot of sad people on Saturday mornings that did things they wouldn't have done.
18.
Making mistakes. You definitely want to think about it. It's permanent.
Yep. This one right here. Well, my first one I had about 2.5 years before I did it. The one on my leg with the clown's head, I carried it for 5 years in my wallet and did it.
Wow.
The one on my arm, I had the idea of what I wanted, and for about 5 years. Right after I got the clown, I had the idea that I wanted, and I kept looking for what I wanted, and I just never found the right one. And then once I found what ended up on my arm, I waited till I found the right person to do it.
Hey, Boone.
How's it going?
It took me 48 years to figure out what I wanted.
Oh wow!
Jeff got one. Jeff got a badass.
Yeah, I got one tattoo. I mean, I've always wanted a tattoo, but I never knew what I wanted to put on my body forever. And then once my dad passed quite a few years ago, once my mom passed, it just came to me that this is what I wanted, just in a remembrance of them.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks. It's been a while now, so I mean it's all good, but
it's never easy.
No.
Well, when I was a youngin', you just generally didn't see people with tattoos unless they were bikers or ex-Navy Marines.
Right. Yeah.
And earrings, they were coming in and they had that, what does that earring signify and all that stuff. So I never did. But I did at one time consider getting a cobra tattooed on my stomach because I could roll my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
I could actually roll it up and roll it back, which was cool at the time. And now I have hiatal hernia and reflux disease, so probably caused by doing that too much.
I can roll mine too, but I push it and it rolls because it's so big. Then it rolls back and I push it again.
Well, if I had gotten that tattoo, Jeff, that cobra on my stomach,
yep,
and I went to the beach shirtless, I'm sure people will be recommending Weight Watchers for my cobra.
The cobra would have been a python, huh? It had grown.
That's why I got mine on my arm. It's not going to change that much.
Oh, Lordy.
It's funny.
You ought to get Voonchild up here. She's got tattoos all over her body, I've heard.
She said she got two.
She's got two.
Oh.
It's not quite all over her body.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
I mean, two of them could be a big portion. They had a guy in there getting his first tattoo, and it started at the top, almost by his neck, went all the way down to his wrist, and halfway down. They were doing the arm first, and then they were waiting to do his rib cage and everything. It was like a 16-hour tattoo it was going to be. But, yeah, they didn't think he was going to be able to make the rib cage. So they were doing everything else first before he quit.
I'm surprised he knocked mine out in 2 hours.
Yeah, cool. He did that big old thing in 2 hours?
Yeah.
That's nice.
I mean, I don't know how good you'll be able to see it.
Cool. Tickets to the gun show, boy.
There you go.
Nice.
What's up, brother? Hey, I'm live on the show here, so watch your language.
It's after hours.
After hours.
Nice.
Not in Australia, it's not. Not even 2 o'clock yet.
Oh, in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He just got off work. He's a chef.
It's 11 o'clock over here, PM.
Thank you, Stinky Puddle.
Oh, we're in the PM. It's just
Yeah, a
we're only
few
just
hours.
in the PM.
Yeah. So, what's the day? Is it the 1st or is it still the 30th?
It's the first.
It's the
Okay.
first. 12, and if it's past 12, they're on the next day.
Well, that's what I was trying to figure out. If we were 8 hours, I'm Cajun. So as far as I know what the next time zone over, and I know what the Eastern time zone is, but besides that, I'm lost. I just that doesn't
You
affect
just
my
need to remember
world.
it's nighttime there.
Not that hard,
It's
man.
daytime the
12.
next day here.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
12.
I understand that, but I didn't know if y'all were behind us or ahead of us. Is what I'm saying.
Oh no, we're ahead.
Okay.
The day starts there.
Saturday morning was lovely.
Yeah. Saturday morning's lovely. Can you tell me the
Yep.
Powerball tickets?
I was just going to say
Sorry.
that. I wish it worked that way.
Sorry, I missed those ones.
So
Give me the lotto numbers.
you're coming to us from the future. Awesome. That is the how's your aquaponics and stuff doing, Geraldine?
Oh, it's doing fantastically. I'll take you out to have a look at it in a little while.
Heck yeah, that'd be awesome. My kids are still after me. It won't be a big setup like yours are.
Have a good
Oh no,
night.
this is I've got quite a big setup at the moment, and it's about to expand as well. So,
That's awesome.
but I've been doing it for like 8 years.
How do you do with tomatoes? The people I've watched always do great with leafy vegetables in the aquaponics, but over the long period, they get nice plants, but they don't get really nice tomatoes.
Oh, tomatoes go nuts.
They
You
do,
get heaps of tomatoes in aquaponics. The problem is the roots take over.
really.
Yeah, and then they create dead spots in the system where the water can't get to, and you end up with anaerobic activity happening, and it's all bad. You've got to rip it all out. So I generally don't have tomatoes in my system.
Okay.
Not because they don't grow well, but because they grow too well.
Oh.
I've like the couple people I watch, regularly, they don't do it anymore. One guy's moving his stuff; he'll be back to it, but he never did real well with it. So I was just wondering, what's the difference between y'all? He lives in Arizona, so the climate's probably close or similar to how you do. He actually grew some grapes in his that was amazing. The growth in the grapes.
Yeah, it would be.
That was the you have I don't mean to take it over, Jeff.
Well, we're just chatting.
I had a beer. I'm getting a little tipsy. Everybody in the house getting tipsy. Do you have the excuse me? I've seen some people have like the red wiggler worms inside their some of their substrate.
Yeah.
You have those too?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I tend to put compost worms in there, but if you don't, they still end up appearing anyway.
Right. And
I don't know whether the eggs coming up on the bird's feet or when birds go in or something. I don't know.
Right.
But yes, there are worms in my aquaponics.
That could be what the difference is with what he has compared to what you have. He never ended up with any worms in his.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, putting worms in the aquaponics is definitely a beneficial thing to do.
Yeah. No, Danny's not singing tonight. Not tonight.
But yeah, I've got an 8-year playlist of our aquaponics journey that basically spans 8 years.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I mean, I only started my channel 4 years ago, but I had videos from previous to that.
Nice.
So you're welcome to have a look at my journey through aquaponics.
I need to. Excuse me. We should be slowing down at work, which is where I would really like to spend the time to do it, because when the internet's finally right, the sun's clearing up, and if the internet's right, when we're not super busy, it's the best time because I don't have the kids around, or I'm not working and doing something else when I sit down to watch them. That's the hard part with my job is during the wintertime and the fog and the internet's really bad. So I really do want to sit out and, take time and watch the videos, see what I can learn from them, because we do want to get a small system set up over here.
Aquaponics is good fun. You do want to be careful though to make sure it's not too small a system. So you want to make sure you have at least 1,000 litres of water running through the entire system so that it helps to keep the balance right. Because otherwise it's just too hard to manage the pH.
Okay. I'm going to have to look up what 1,000 liters of water is.
Oh, an IBC tote.
Okay, yes.
260
So they
gallons.
hold 1,000 litres.
Now, basically, what we're going to look to do is take an IBC tote. I have one that's cut with the top already. That's like 10 inches was cut off.
Yep.
I'm going to set it on top of another IBC tote, full IBC tote. Put the fish in the bottom part. We're looking more to just grow leafy greens to feed the chickens and stuff more than to actually eat. We do want to eat some of it, but I'm trying to grow something to be able to give the chickens a little bit more, greens. They've already eaten out everything we had. I can't tell the kids no, and they always want to get a couple new chickens every year. So it's, I think that would work out well.
You mean the chooks?
Yeah, you got to have the chooks.
The
The chook.
No, I don't
Chickens
need
are
that.
chooks.
I'm not on a hill. My tires won't back up.
In Australia, we call chickens chooks.
Yeah, I know. I was making a
Not
joke.
wheel chocks.
Especially if they're barbecued. If they're roast, it's a roast chook.
A roast chuck. Now, I've heard y'all talking about it before.
CHOOK.
Right. But we call a chock over here is what you use to put your wheels so your car and stuff doesn't roll back.
I see. Now that's spelt different. That's CHALK. Chook is COOK.
Chalk, you said chalk, like chalk when you write on a chalkboard. He's talking about wheel chalks like CHOK or something like that.
A wheel chalk.
Yeah.
It's
still spelled different to chook.
Yes.
I'm Cajun. Everything's spelled the same. Wrong. Thank you, Steve.
And getting punctuation doesn't go well either.
No, we don't even say apostrophe. For the longest time, it was comma to the top. The old people around here didn't know what an apostrophe was. They would say comma to the top. And that's, I swear to God. Yes, it's. I'm surprised that people are driving and have computers here, honestly.
Come on now.
I'm telling you, man, it was 40 years ago, we were behind.
Hey, Gulf Coast Granny, how are you?
Hi, Gulf Coast Granny.
Thanks for coming in.
Glad I just saw that. I thought you said golf course.
Of course.
Golf course Granny.
Golf.
So, Geraldine, what season are y'all moving into over there? Is it the fall or wintertime?
We're at the end of fall, although we call it autumn.
Autumn.
Gotta be
fall,
so different. Autumn, leaders. Makes things so complicated.
Okay, now we got the kids being noisy out here, but I'll take you out to the aquaponics.
That's
All right,
that's why I don't even get on a live stream if my little dude's up.
That camera's around the wrong way. That's facing me.
Hello.
We don't want that. We don't want that. Oh no. Is that the right way? That's better.
See,
There we go.
That's the size the hoops were supposed to be on my trellis. They were supposed to be up about 2 feet higher than I had them.
Oh, those ones.
Yeah, but I broke the jig on the first one when I was trying to build it. We didn't make it strong enough.
You might be lucky and get to see some fish. Silhouette Park Farm came over the other day with the GoPro and did some underwater shots. It was brilliant.
Awesome.
You can't see them from up here.
No, not really. The water's kind of dark.
What you feed them?
Basically little fish pellets.
Fish pellets?
Yep. See if I can get into it one-handed.
That's cool.
It's an aquaponic. Fish for aquaponics.
Nice.
if I remember correctly, Todd, Build It with Todd, his aquaponics, he would just feed his fish the greens.
Yeah, you can do that, but there's not a lot of protein. So it depends on whether you're wanting growth in the fish.
I got you.
So if you want the growth in the fish, you need the extra protein.
Mm.
And
So now
these
when the
guys
fish-
grow pretty quickly.
When the fish
See.
get big, do you eat the fish?
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Meet my piranha. They're actually jade perch, but
That's awesome.
Cool.
We're hungry.
oh, they do that. Oh, that's how they eat. That's why I call them piranha.
Snap the top.
The tank's just a bit dark from the top. But when Adam put the GoPro in there the other day, it was really easy to see them once he found where the fish were. So these are little jade perch. They're an Australian native.
How big do they get? Around a half pound, 3/4 of a pound, or?
I'm not sure weight-wise, but they get big enough to fill a dinner plate.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah. Takes about 12 to 18 months. So I buy them at about that big, and they easily fill a dinner plate in about 18 months.
Nice.
Tilapia do grow faster, but we can't have tilapia in Queensland. Oh, actually, in Australia, we can't have tilapia.
Right.
It's a declared species. You actually get charged just for having a dead one in your possession.
Wow.
I've
There's a
heard this
nasty little
before.
fine
Have
attached.
you mentioned that before, Geraldine?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard that somewhere.
That's a lot. Y'all can't get. I'm sorry.
I probably have mentioned about the tilapia before, because most Americans with their aquaponics have tilapia, because the tilapia will breed. The jade perch won't breed in the system.
Y'all actually can't even receive seeds from out of the country, correct? Or you're not
You
supposed
can,
to?
but they've got to be commercially sealed and all that sort of stuff, and checked with biosecurity. Our biosecurity is fairly strict in some ways, and other ways, it's not a clue. Not a clue.
That's amazing.
And
Was
this
it
is a flood
invasive?
and drain system. So there's the water level comes up, and then the automatic siphon starts and it drains.
Right.
So there's one of the beds is draining at the moment.
Wow.
So the roots aren't constantly in water.
That's cool.
Look, the greenery.
Check the celery out.
That's
My
celery.
that's celery.
Man,
And
are you
check
going for the
basil.
biggest celery?
Oh yeah. Have you seen my Shed Wars video on my entry to the longest celery?
No, I don't think I did.
When I first asked the question, how are we supposed to measure the celery? Mark and John thought that I was being a bit of a smart aleck and trying to go, my celery's the biggest, which actually wasn't what I was doing.
But it probably is.
It probably.
That's
It's
amazing.
because celery is naturally a swamp dwelling plant, so it likes a lot of water.
Yeah.
Huh.
I tried to grow
I've been
celery in my
harvesting
20.
heaps of basil.
What's that?
I've been harvesting heaps of basil lately.
I tried to grow celery in my 27-gallon totes. I did 2 heads, and it sucked that water up. I didn't even realize it, and they died. I thought, no way they drink that much water, but yeah, it was gone.
Celery really is it does really well when it's got a lot of moisture.
Yeah. Yeah, marigolds in there too.
Yeah, and they're doing a lovely job of attracting the pollinators.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, that was really cool. I don't normally have marigolds in, but it's something that I started here because we've only moved here recently.
Cool.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
This system was set up in February.
Wow.
So this is like 3 months. Robert says he's going to put it in his celery in his swamp. That's funny. And the strawberries do really well too. Strawberries go nuts in the aquaponics.
That's amazing. Yeah. Just amazing. Wow.
And there's no dirt in there.
Right. It's all the clay pebbles and.
So that's what's on the top. It's called hydrogen clay balls. But you can use 3/4 inch drainage gravel.
Wow.
So I've got that at the bottom part. So the drainage gravel is up to about here. And then the top part is the clay balls, just because I'm a girl and I don't want to hurt my hands when I plant the plants.
But your drainage rock would be a lot heavier than the hydrogen if you filled the whole thing up.
Yeah. The hydrogen clay balls are a lot lighter.
Correct.
Yeah.
They also don't hold the roots of the plants as well. So in some ways, the drainage gravel is better. So it gives the plants more structure. But you don't want to go any smaller than the 3/4 inch with your gravel. And you don't really want to go any bigger.
Right.
Because the medium is actually where the bacteria live. And the bacteria is what turns the ammonia into nitrite, and then another lot of bacteria that turns it into nitrate.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I have a whole aquaponics basics playlist. So, and if you've ever got any questions, feel free to leave a comment on any of the videos. And
what's the big leaves that's growing right there? Yes.
This is turmeric.
Turmeric
and ginger go nuts in the aquaponics.
Wow.
So at the moment, we're getting cooler weather, so it's starting to die back a bit at the moment. But I only put these guys in 2 months ago.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's
onion?
You get a lot of growth.
Or that's leek seeds?
That's a shallot.
Shallot?
These are some leeks that I've chopped the top off the plant that I grew at the shops and just chucked the root in the base in the aquaponic. And it just keeps growing.
Oh, man.
So once it gets a little bit bigger, I can cut it down here, use the top, and it'll just keep growing.
Keep growing. It's nice.
Yeah. And that's what I do with the celery as well. Yes, Gulf Coast Granny, that's exactly how it works. So you could actually set up if you've got a aquarium inside, you could actually grow your plants with that as well. So you could chuck them, you just need the grow lights, and you could grow your leafy greens inside.
Wow.
I've never been good with fish.
Oh, they're so easy. Honestly, I feed them once a day. I mean, because normally I would have put them in September, but we got sick and they all died in December because no one looked after them. They ran out of water, and we had 3 beds and 1 little sump, so there wasn't enough water flow in there, and it was right in the middle of our summer, and the water all evaporated, so the fish died.
Damn.
Whoops.
Damn. What happens when everyone in the house is sick for a month? So yes, and all this is falling over because I just harvested a whole heap of stuff and it's all just kind of toppling over. I've got to go through and clean it out. It's really overgrown at the moment.
It still looks amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I think I might be able to beat my celery length. Wow. I mean, in the celery, I just pick bits off and take inside what I need. So I don't harvest the whole plant. I just leave the base in there and chop it off and take out what I need. So a lot less waste.
I would
you can
think
easily grow enough greens for your chooks. Easy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would think you would just need regular, like, shop lights, like LED lights, if you're just growing greens, just like you would under anything.
Yeah.
Get a nice 6500K or 6000K LED shop light. would work.
I'll be right back, Jeff.
All right.
That is incredible, Geraldine.
It is.
That's impressive.
It's aquaponics. It makes me look good. Honestly, if you saw the rest of the garden, which you can see in my garden tours.
I've seen your stuff. What are you talking smack?
I was gonna say I've seen some videos too. I don't think the garden looked that bad.
Oh, it's honestly at the beginning of the year we struggled a lot because we had a drought, and this area has been in drought for 4 years, and the soil is quite depleted of nutrients and organic matter because the previous owners of the property didn't know what a garden was if it paid them. So yes. So they just put some capsicum in the other day. Oh, bell peppers, sorry.
There you go.
Bell peppers. Wait a
We
second.
call them capsicum.
Wait. You're in fall, right?
Yeah. I have no idea, it might die. But we also don't get a lot of really cold weather here. The lowest we get down to is, I think, -5, the lowest on record for this area. And that's Celsius.
Celsius.
I think that's 23 Fahrenheit, I think.
Yeah. Well,
So
I don't know, but yeah, I get you.
We do
So
get the occasional
you're
frost.
closer to the tropic line.
Yes, we're a warm, temperate climate.
Okay.
And we're not supposed to be getting rain at this time of year. But we are starting to get rain that we should have gotten summer.
We're getting a ton of rain right now.
Up here,
Oh, I'm very
Geraldine.
grateful for the rain we're getting.
Geraldine,
Did
up
you want to
here.
see the baby goat?
Sure.
Sure.
Hopefully my Wi-Fi can reach that far. Goats are 16 days old, a little boy and a little girl.
You can hear them.
Yeah, there we go.
They're happy. Mama's here. They're happy. Give me some food.
Oh, look at the size of it.
Cool. You say
They're little
16?
babies.
16 days old.
Wow.
So just over a fortnight.
Yeah.
This little one's Nettie. And that little one's Bruce. And they probably are looking for some celery.
He doesn't have enough to
They
spare.
love the celery.
We don't have enough.
Daggone.
How big was your other system? Mr. Roberts saying your other system was bigger?
It's more that I had multiple systems. So, and like I've only got one of my systems set up at the moment. I've got another 3 systems that I can set up.
Wow.
So
Same
we
size?
will do eventually. The ghost has decided it's raining. I'm going inside.
Your other 3 systems are the same size?
No,
No.
but it varies in size as well, so you can modify them.
Right.
Like all it takes is to just, it's a bit of a modular type thing, really. It depends on how big your sump is.
Mm.
So I think the other ones basically have 3 beds each. So they're about half the size of this one.
Okay.
But I'm hoping hubby's going to extend it that way and put out another lot that way.
Now, what is that thing to the right there? The white?
Sister?
Is that,
Oh, that?
is it water?
That's a 22,000 litre water tank.
Okay.
Because we've got no town water here. We're all on rainwater.
Wow.
Definitely not in the big city.
Hi, the best life. How are you? Thanks for coming in.
The best life, I milk my girls. so I've got them for dairy. And if my two boys hadn't fallen in love with Bruce, he possibly would have gone in the freezer. But I think
Too
he's
late
going to be a
now.
pet. The next lot will be in the freezer, though, probably.
It's hard to
But
have
it's a
animals
delicacy.
with kids.
Yeah. It's just a challenge
Once-
when they name them and then they become pets.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, once you name them, it's all over.
Yeah. Unless you name them schnitzel and beef steak and lunch and dinner.
I tried naming the chickens gumbo and stew, and the kids didn't want no part of that because they knew what that meant.
But they're still happy to eat the meat, though, hey?
If one of the chickens disappears, they won't eat chicken meat for like a month. They think you took the chicken. Like, no, it just disappeared. We lost a couple of them. They walked away.
Ah. Yeah, thankfully my boys understand the whole concept, which is good. They don't like the idea, but they understand the idea.
Right.
We'd only ever have chickens for eggs because I already said to my wife, we could get meat chickens and do our own chickens if we get a big enough place. She said, no, we're not.
You actually don't need that big an area to do meat chickens. You can do it with just a normal carport and have deep bedding.
Well, yeah, she won't eat them.
That's a challenge.
If you don't tell her you sold those to other people and bought from the store.
She'll know because they'll be named, and one of the names will be gone.
Yeah, but tell her you traded that one for meat at the store.
Yeah, she won't go for that.
It is a challenge. And I think if I didn't realize how badly animals are treated commercially, I probably would have a bigger problem. But at least when I grow stuff here, I know that I've given it the best life I possibly can.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I've seen some of them documentaries, and that's just crazy.
Yeah, it's not good.
No.
Well,
Yeah,
Jeff,
we still eat chicken.
Jeff, it's getting close to 12:30, man. I'm gonna jump off here.
All right. Thanks for stopping by.
About after an hour, right?
See ya.
Start at 11 or so. I can't.
11, an hour and 15 minutes in.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, something like that.
Have a great night, Geraldine. That was very impressive.
You too.
Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you doing that. And Danny, I'll contemplate those tattoos, man. I'm thinking.
You need to get you one.
Yeah, I'm going back to the Cobra.
There you go.
Stomach.
Get it on your arm.
Fat Cobra.
Have a good evening, man.
All right, later, y'all.
Take it
Be
easy.
blessed. Be blessed. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
Well, I probably better get going too. Got things I should be getting done.
Jeff's a bad influence.
If you've ever got any questions on the aquaponics or on StreamYard or anything, just leave me a comment and I'll answer as much as I can.
Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was neat. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for having me, Jeff.
Anytime.
You guys have a great night.
You too.
Thank you.
Well, have a great day. Bye-bye. Meat birds are messy, but they do taste good. Yeah, we'd only be able to have them for eggs, which would still be okay. We'd just have egg birds.
We get about 14 eggs a day right now.
Have a good night, Boone. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Boone. Y'all have a great evening.
Yeah, you get all them eggs. That'd be good.
Duck eggs. Oh, I love me some duck eggs.
Oh, so I've never had duck eggs.
It's about the same, but the yolks are a lot bigger.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
Really good. They make a really good omelet.
Yeah.
I know in Ohio, a lot of people raise ducks for the eggs, but they'd use it to make noodles because of the yolk in it. They said it made a better noodle, and like, yeah. My wife's ex-mother-in-law and her, my stepdaughter's grandparents spent a week over here with us. Good night, Boone. Thanks for stopping by. And they made some noodles, and they loved it. It just wasn't something I was, really excited about trying.
Right.
It didn't look right.
They're great for baking too. I threw the link up there too if anybody wants to pop up and hang out for a little bit. We may go for, I don't know, maybe another
half hour, 30 minutes.
Maybe 30 minutes or so.
You got a long day tomorrow, me.
Who, you do?
Mm-hmm. Got to build that backdrop for the engagement party and put all them flower things on it.
Oh, yeah.
We got a T-ball game. That's going to be fun. Got to start tying up tomatoes in the raised beds. Let's go.
Yeah, I got to plant my other potatoes. I was going to do that today, but with the rain and cold.
I got to
take care, Jendera. Yeah, you got to plant your secret seeds. Yeah, I'll put the second pot of potatoes out. It looks like they're scabbed over good enough where I cut them. You'll see that video I put tomorrow.
South Louisiana.
Yeah, I did what Will It Grow said to do, and just cut off that light greenish part of the chits because they were so long.
Yeah.
So I cut them off, and I was going to give it a day and see what they look like. They looked like they were nice and scabbed over now. So by tomorrow they should be really good.
Good.
I'll throw them in that bucket.
I'm south of Lafayette, Louisiana, Gulf Coast, Granny. I'm like 3 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at my place. 20 miles south of Lafayette.
So yeah, now I just got to wait longer till I can put something outside.
My tomatoes, the tops of my tomatoes are that tall.
Nice. My whole tomato is that tall. Well, not even quite that tall.
I lowered. I didn't do a video on it, but I lowered the middle greenhouse, the number 2 greenhouse. I lowered the stuff in it. It was up around 4.5 feet, most of them tall.
Nice.
I went ahead and lowered them to where they can start getting the bows in them to kind of try to walk them across. One thing I did do different in the number 1 greenhouse, which is the one I just finished putting together, is I ran 2 strings across the top instead of 1, and I want to see how it works out to be able to move them along the sides of the buckets. Okay. It's not that difficult to put 2 of them. Nice. Mississippi has a lot better coastline than Louisiana. Y'all actually have sand. We got mud. The beaches in Louisiana are eroded away. Yeah. I mean, they got a few mud flats that have a little bit of sand, but that's about it. But I had already done it, so I only had 3 left to run when I did it. So I went ahead and did them all, and I want to see. I'm also double stemming in there to be able to see the difference in the production as opposed to the single stems. We're going to try to keep track of everything.
Yeah.
The weights per greenhouse and stuff.
That'd be cool. See the difference. Yeah, hopefully we get some sun tomorrow. I get my plants out again and burn them up again.
We're supposed to have some decent weather tomorrow, but Sunday is supposed to be crap.
Yeah.
It's rain and high winds. Yeah, the Florida, the beach in Mississippi is going to be, unimpressive. I'm not a fan of the beach at all. My little boy's been wanting to go. We're finally going to take him this year to the beach at some point, but I'm not a fan. The last time we went to the beach was about 4 years ago, and I never stepped foot on the beach. Never touched the sand with my feet.
Why is it that bad?
I just don't like it. I'm on the water so much with my job. I'm not a fan.
Nice.
Planted watermelon. Mine's not doing good. How's your watermelon doing, Jeff?
What watermelon? I didn't plant any. I just planted my. I planted. I'm way behind, but I started seeds for the mammoth dill, some more flowers, um, the squash that Dan Permaculture sent me, the
Right.
Romanesco squash. I started 2 seeds about a week ago. They haven't popped yet, so I put the other 2 seeds in. I'm hoping they'll come up. And then I started a few more gray zucchini because I only had 4 of the 8 that sprouted. And then I did those Asian yard long beans. I put some of those in. I started them all today. So hopefully within a week or 2, I'll at least get sprouts enough that I'd be able to plant them out.
Yeah, the water is not nasty. I mean, we grew up with it, so it's not horrible. But if you grew up on the, in Florida or on the or on the ocean side, you're really gonna have some nice water to what we have over here.
So I don't have anything out to worry about vine borers, but I've actually never had them.
Shut up, you. That's not nice to brag about that.
I don't know what they are. I did have a leaf miner. First time ever last year I had a leaf miner.
I'm not liking you at all.
And I think it got in one of the leaves and I saw the path that it made. So I snipped that leaf and got rid of it. And then I didn't see any more. So hopefully it was just the one. I mean, it seemed like it was just the one and I got rid of it because I didn't have any more problems. Yeah, that's what they said here. Next week is supposed to be our last freeze, but yet tonight it's snowing. So I don't know.
I haven't planted any squash yet this year, Gulf Coast Granny. So we normally would be dealing with it just like you. I actually picked some squash up, different varieties that I need to put out in the greenhouse. I'm going to take 14 tomato plants out and put the different varieties of eggplant and zucchini and squash in it.
Oh yeah, I got my eggplant started. The patio eggplant. I put 3 of them, and they all 3 sprouted.
Well, that's good. The ones I have are about an inch and a half tall. They were real small.
Yeah.
Oh, that oh shoot, the tomato the woman with the long hair from the must be nice harvesting already zucchini.
Yeah.
Rapunzel, that Rapunzel tomato starting to take off. It's up to about 1.5 feet tall now.
Nice.
And
I gotta check on my Campari seeds. I'm pretty sure they sprouted.
My Campari, I have about 20 green tomatoes on the Campari right now, about that big.
I got so many plants stuffed in that small area, I can't really get to a lot of them.
The next set of Campari is going to cost you.
I just save seeds. I'm getting snow right now. Yeah, gray. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Gray zucchini. Yeah, that's what I grow. I don't grow any. Well, I say I don't grow any. Normally, I don't grow any other zucchini other than gray zucchini because those are my wife's favorite. But I'm doing the Romanesco. It says it's a Romanesco squash, but it looks like a zucchini. It looks like a striped zucchini. It's like green and white. Juice box.
I ran out of beer. I had 1 beer left. So I'm eating sunflower seeds because I hadn't eaten anything since like 11 o'clock this morning. What is the gray zucchini? I've never heard of that.
It's like a dimmer green. It's not a dark green. It's more like a grayish green.
Okay.
And my wife just likes the flavor of them better than the yellow or the green zucchini.
You've ever eaten fried zucchini?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I don't like zucchini.
You gotta like the fried zucchini.
Well, I don't.
You need to fry some and put some of that new-news on it or some of that Tony Sacheries,
All right,
and you gotta try it.
maybe I'll try it.
You cut them real thin, make them crispy. Oh my!
It's the color of Charleston gray watermelon. I'm not familiar with Charleston gray. I only grew one watermelon last year, and I mean I got one watermelon off it, but it didn't do very good.
We don't. The watermelon doesn't do good over here. Don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to grow it in hydroponics because I can't grow it in the ground.
$90 today, and then snow. That's crazy. We haven't swung that bad. I mean, we've been up in, well, one day we were almost to 80, but that was a while ago. And then it just gradually went down through the week. And then we got snow a few weeks ago. And then today it's been, nasty, rainy, maybe 50, and now it's going to drop to 30 and snow again. Watermelon's supposed to do pretty good here, but I don't know what I did. Maybe I just can't grow it very well. I mean, I did get one watermelon, but that was about it. I should have got more off that one plant, but they didn't pollinate.
You had planted a small variety of watermelon, correct?
Yeah, the sugar baby.
Yes, we have some planted in the raised beds, but they've been planted for 2 months and they're about that tall. There's not much.
They don't vine very far. They said like a 3-4 foot vine.
Really?
That's it. Yeah. Which is why I picked them to grow, because I didn't want it taking over the whole bed. And then, one pollinated and I got the one, but there were like maybe 2 other ones that popped out, and that's all I saw, and they never got pollinated.
We were doing well last year with the cantaloupe until the powdery mildew hit.
Yeah.
We must have had 40 cantaloupe on the vine. Then the powdery mildew hit, and we ended up picking about 10 or 15. It was really good, but upsetting that you lose so many fruit.
Yeah. Yeah, watermelons are definitely hungry plants. That could have been my problem. Maybe I didn't give them what they needed. It was my first year trying them, and they just didn't turn out all that great. And my cucumbers didn't do well last year either. Well, and last year I had a problem. I built those new beds last year, and I got what they call the garden soil, which that's what I put in my other beds, and everything did fine the first year. When I planted everything out last year, everything turned yellow and was stunted for a long time.
It's similar to like what's happening in my raised beds.
Yeah, so I mean, I tried feeding it hydroponic nutrients, and have a good night, Best Life. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for stopping by. We've actually put 50 pounds of triple 13 in those 3 by 50 foot beds, 3 foot wide, 50 foot long, 10 inches deep. Yeah. Before they finally starting to show some growth and some vigor. And that's over about a 1 month period.
Yeah, I don't know if it was too much water or too little water. I mean, it seemed to be pretty well draining soil. When I water it, it drains out pretty quick. And I mean, I go away a lot on the weekends, and I'm thinking maybe I didn't water it quite enough.
You better hope my queen don't watch this, because she's gonna be mad at you. You pick her all the time about not watering.
Well, yeah, but when I'm home, I water. It's just when I'm not here, I can't water.
But you're not chasing a 5-year-old.
No, give him the hose.
That dude, he helps. He's starting to help. He loves it.
There you go. See, you don't even have to water.
Even the video the other day. He did his own little video.
I hate a yellow plant too.
Mr. Robert, I have not replaced any of the tomatoes If you're talking about the raised beds, I'm not going to replace them. I think I'm going to try to do a couple double stems. I will be pulling 14 very nice tomatoes out of the greenhouse to be able to plant some different varieties of eggplant and zucchini. That way, I want to see how they grow for next year in the greenhouse. No, in the greenhouse, I haven't had to pull out any. Everything's just growing amazing. I need to do another update. But yeah, everything in the greenhouses are doing amazing. I'm pulling out 14 of the plants that I have on the lower ends and replacing. The reason I'm doing that, I was planting out some determinate variety tomatoes, but they're growing so fast. They're in the other greenhouse. It looks like they're going to break the fence that I have up. So instead of dealing with that in two greenhouses, I'm going to put the the other plants, the zucchini and the eggplants in there, and see how they work out. I do have one eggplant right now, just a Black Beauty eggplant in the greenhouse that's been in there for almost 3 weeks, and it's kicking. It's looking good. It might be 9 feet tall at the rate it's growing. I'm Juice Box. High five. We got a bunch of those. Bunch. You want to talk about your idea, or you want to wait for your?
Yeah, I'll wait. I don't even know what's going to happen with it yet. It's an idea. It might not come to fruition yet. So
But
I
the
don't
good
know.
thing about it, I would, like I said, I was kind of planning on doing the same thing. So it's, we're going to be able to bounce the ideas off of each other.
It's nice to have at least one of them.
So grandbaby, I'm still waiting for grandbabies. My oldest is going to be 26. My second daughter is going to be 21, and my third daughter is about to be 14. Well, I say about. They're all in about 3, 4, 5 months, and then the babies. I rock the juice boxes, but we got piles of that stuff, and I blame it on the little dude. He's the one that drank. He's drinking all that. I love the time with my oldest daughter. We started some raised beds. She really got into it. She's kind of slid into it last year. She's a teacher, so she didn't have a whole bunch of stuff to do, so she wanted to plant. So we planted her a bed. She learned a little bit. She learned enough to listen to me this year instead of her boyfriend that hadn't grown before. They were drowning a lot.
Wow, 12.
Nice. My baby's 5. So she's listening to me this year, and it is doing well, really well. She's picked out some banana peppers already. I haven't even planted any peppers, much less be close to picking peppers. So they like it. They like the fresh vegetables, and she'll call and visit. Daddy, send me some pictures. What's this? Why is this happening? And also a bug program. I don't see no bugs. I'm not gonna.
They can be.
Yeah, so she also learned last year about not being on a spraying program. That it'll eat everything up, kill it.
Eat like a toddler.
No, I eat like 3 grown men, but I like to snack like a toddler. Dude, you can call me what you like. Just don't call me late for supper, breakfast, lunch, or anytime you got food.
Let's say she eats like a toddler. Or he.
They eat like a toddler. That's what they're saying. But I'm like, I eat like 3 grown men. I eat some groceries. Mm-hmm. I'm not this big because I'm lazy. I'm just big because I eat too much.
Right.
You ready to shut it down?
Yeah, I'm probably going to shut it down. It's been an hour and a half. time to go to bed.
Yeah.
12:30.
I don't want to be all grouchy at the baseball game tomorrow. Oh,
No.
the T-ball game. I got to make sure I say T-ball because he don't play baseball. He plays T-ball. That's two completely different things. This dude, oh,
Yeah, keep her away as long as possible.
yeah. Jeff
Right,
ain't
no,
greedy.
Nope.
Jeff ain't greedy. No, he's just tired, Mr. Robert. If we'd started at 10 o'clock in the morning, we'd still be rolling at 8 o'clock at night.
That's possible.
We'd suck up that time. Suck it up.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming in.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks everybody for stopping by, sharing some time, having some fun and chats, and I guess we're gonna shut this down.
Oh, one
Go
more
ahead.
thing before. We got the new shirts in, the dark shirts. And like I was saying earlier about Cole going to school and telling the teacher about it, he wanted, when the shirts came in, dude's laid up on the sofa and I take the shirt out. He's like, oh, that's a different color. What is it? So I showed him. He's like, Daddy, we got some new merch. I'm like, what? Some new merch. Like, where you heard that? Them little kids talk about it on YouTube. I'm like, oh. So he goes to school. He brings one to his teacher. He wants to bring one. So he brings it to his teacher. And he pulls it out. He's like, what you told your teacher? She said, thank you. And like, what you told her? I'm like, we got some merch. We got some new merch. We got some cool new shirts. My daddy wouldn't give you the new ones. He only gave you one of the light ones. He likes the dark ones. He don't want to give those away yet. I'm like, Lord.
Right.
What's the distance? He's going the distance. Ta-da.
Right.
6 hour and 58-minute live.
Yeah.
Just couldn't finish that last 2 minutes. I came up short. The story of my life.
Yep.
Jeff, thank you, man. I enjoyed it.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah. Pimping that merch. The only thing he ain't selling it, he's giving it.
Right.
Everyone have a good evening. Thank y'all for playing with us tonight and let us have a good conversation. I really enjoyed it. I don't know about Jeff.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I always enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm glad everybody comes in.
All right.
All right. Everybody have a good night. Grow something.
Oh, you gotta love it. Y'all grow that later.
See ya. Have a good night.